Hello, singers. Thank you for tuning in and caring enough about your vocal health to go through these exercises with me. You can do this at your leisure as you are strengthening up your voice for the tall order ahead of us. Many of you are singing this with us, the Symphony of Christmas. It is a tall order indeed, and if you're watching this, you have said, yes, I want to sing that piece for Christmas, and so I'm here to help you do that and to get you back into vocal health. Thank you for your faithfulness and being willing to work on this, and I'm here for you and looking forward to working with you in person at some point in time as well. So for now, these are great exercises to get you going. You can do them every day. I would do them just about every day, maybe take a couple of days off in between, but we'll probably spend about 30 minutes here vocalizing and getting you ready to face whatever's coming your way vocally and spiritually and emotionally and physically. So first thing to know about the voice, and some of you've heard this before, the voice is affected by your body. If your body is not healthy, if you are not awake, it's going to affect how you sing. Your voice is head to toe. It's not just what's in here. And so this is a part of getting you back into shape in more ways than one. Singing is all about the breath more so than anything else. So I'm going to stand up and remind you of some things about breathing. And we can also stretch. You can do this. I would recommend it doing standing up. I'm going to stand up. I may or may not be able to. Well, I'll just stay seated. So you can stretch. This is what you do every morning. You stretch. I watch my dogs do this. They have taught me that it's very important to stretch in the morning before you go on your walk. And so they are very good stretchers. And maybe you have pets that also stretch and do some neck rolls. These are good things to do slowly. Just don't go too far, back this way. This is how we would always warm up in my college choirs, but we met just about every day and had lots and lots of time, and so it was really good to, we were able to do all these things that we don't really have a lot of time to do on our Wednesday night stuff. So before you sing on a Wednesday, or before we get together for a sectional, it might be good to go ahead and do these exercises ahead of time to get you ready to go to rehearsal. So you've got a little bit of homework to do, and by the time you've done this every day for a week or two, you probably won't even need the video as much anymore. But for right now, shoulder rolls are really, really good. Back and forth, doing some shoulder rolls, making sure your back is nice and limber, and all of this affects the voice. And if anything that affects your body affects the voice. Weather affects the voice. How much sleep you had affects the voice. What you just ate affects the voice. If you're having vocal trouble, sometimes it's what you ate. And just be careful of dairy and other things. Experiment. As I tell all of my students, your vocal health is your responsibility. And a part of that is knowing what works for you vocally and for your body and what doesn't work. And that's all on you. Only you can do that. So experiment a little bit with it. It's like, boy, I'm sounding great today. I have no phlegm. I'm able to breathe a little bit better because maybe you took a walk. A walk is a good way to get your body up and going and get the air moving. Anything that can get the air moving is a good thing. Exercise, not just for your vocal strength, but also just in general. Get your body moving. A body in motion tends to stay in motion. So move it, move it, move it, move it. And your body will thank you for it. And so will your Creator. Being good stewards of your body is a very good thing to do. It honors your God, and you'll be happier because you did it. Breathing. So we're going to talk about breathing right now. After you've done some good stretches, you feel free to take that stretch. You can pause it and stretch more. I would, stretch until you're feeling loosey-goosey. That's what my teacher used to say. Are you feeling loosey-goosey? Good. Then you're ready to rock and roll. Got to stay loose. Tension Tension is a vocal killer. Any kind of tension that is in your throat, in your body, the only thing that should be tense is what's working down here. This is the engine right here, the diaphragm that makes everything go. This is the thing that works. Everything else is staying loosey-goosey. It should look like you're basically doing nothing. So when I'm singing, and if I make it look easy, I've worked really, really hard to make it look easy. And so this is one of the things you can do too. It's like the mirror. Working in front of a mirror is a great way. While you're singing in front of that mirror and vocalizing, you don't need a piano to vocalize. You can vocalize just on anywhere you want to. You can practice. But you can just look in the mirror and look for any kind of tension in the neck, in the shoulders. A lot of times people do this. They're taking what I call chest breaths, which do not help you at all when you're breathing from the chest. Doing like that, like you go to a doctor and he or she says breathe in, you go, that's fine, but it doesn't work for singing. Nothing up here moves. This just basically stays expanded, kind of semi-filled with air as you're singing. All the work happens here underneath this muscle called the diaphragm, just underneath your rib bones there, and that expands. It lowers so that your lungs can expand lower. And so when you say take a breath from your stomach breathing, that's not really air going in your stomach, as we know. We know what air in your stomach is. It's called gas, and it comes out in a variety of ways. We don't actually have air in our stomach, but we do feel as if we're breathing from our stomach. And so when I'll do you a side view here. So when I'm taking that breath, I might just go ahead and do this so that you can see a little bit better. So when I'm taking that low breath, this is expanding out. Nothing's moving up here, it's all down here. This is it. This happens naturally when you're lying down. You'll see your stomach go up and down because you breathe the most efficiently from diaphragmatic breathing. Diaphragmatic breathing. So when you take that low breath and your lungs expand, I want you to hiss. And for right now, do a hard hiss. So you really feel energy down here. A little bit of tension, yes, because you're hissing really hard. Little breath. So you should be able to do that 20 to 30 seconds. That should be your goal, is to be able to take a nice low breath, nice, like you have an inner tube around your whole lower body here. You're expanding in your back and really, really low. You might feel it in your pelvis region. This is the engine. This makes it all work. Nothing will work up here unless it's working well down here. So you can take that low breath and practice this hissing thing. If you haven't gotten to diaphragmatic breath yet, pause and figure it out. You will see it. Lay down on the ground, lay down on the bed, and watch your stomach go up and down. Then try to stand up. It's like, can I do that standing up? You know. Sometimes breathing in through the nose, you get a nice low, deep breath, like you're breathing through a straw. If you want to try that, get a balloon, blow up a balloon. That's actually what's happening. It's expanding this way, and then we control that air. The air slowly moves as you're holding the top of the balloon, just as if you're a voice. It's a voice. It's this air coming out of your body through the vocal folds, vibrating them into sound. It's fairly simple, and it's not. So a low breath again. We breathe low. So while I am hissing, I am pushing against my hand. That's really important, that you're pushing out at the same time air is leaving your body. This is the essence of singing. This is number one of singing. You'll feel your diaphragm engage when you go. You should feel energy down there. You shouldn't feel all, like that. You should feel some resistance. So I'm pushing out. Air's leaving my body, my stomach's slowly going in, but I'm resisting it. I'm not locking my stomach as if somebody's coming over and going to punch me in the stomach. I'm not going, That's called locking your diaphragm. You don't want to do that. I know I'm spending a lot of time on breathing, but it's that important. All right, we're going to move on from here. Feel free to pause and experiment as you will. Another good with that breathing thing, if you want to go from long hisses to short hisses, so I'm actually with my diaphragm pushing out. I'm working that muscle. It is muscular. That gives you good strength and good control. It is your body. You got to work it for singing. All right. Work on your breathing, number one. Now we're going to work on making a sound. Women, as you know, have a chest voice where most women talk in a chest voice. Usually down in here, around in there. That's where kind of the pitch area where women talk. That's your chest voice. You also have a head voice. Altos, you do. We have found your head voice. And that's when you go, woo! That's round in E. Woo! So do a little bit of that. That's a good way to kind of start to warm up too. Just go, woo! 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 Your husbands are going to love that, and your significant others if they're around. Just do it, and your animals will like that too, especially dogs. They'll do this to you, as they've done to me. So that's a good exercise, just to kind of, woo! 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 So I'm kind of yawning into that, because the yawn is a part of the vocal feeling as well. You want space in your throat. How do you get an open throat? I hear about, like, ladies, you need to open up your throat. It's the beginning of a yawn. It's that yawny feeling that you have. That's why we're going, woo! Maybe you're yawning right now. Woo! That's a good thing. You want to feel that open in your mouth. Woo! Now, half of you, I keep begging you, please open your mouth. Now's the time. You can actually work on, in the mirror, your new best friend is the mirror. He or she will never lie to you. So you look in the mirror and it's like, am I opening my mouth? That's an open mouth. This is not. You cannot sing like this. And if you try, and something's coming out, but it's only half. You're working at full capacity, but you're getting half the value of your work because of your mouth being closed. We must open our mouths in order to get that sound out. Woo! Woo! Okay, so we want that sound, that openness in the throat. Woo! So that's the head voice. Let's start vocalizing down here. And we're just going to go, ya, 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 ya. It's going to be very forward and on the teeth when you're down here in your chest voice. And ladies, sopranos too, you should feel that vibrating off your sternum, that hard bone. Ya, 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 ya. So we're breathing low. Ya, 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 ya. And giving it some good air and good sound. Should be nothing, no tension up here, should just feel open. Here we go. And ya, 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 ya. Going up by half steps. Ya, 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 ya. 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 Keep going. down here. If you're an alto, you may carry that chest voice up a little bit higher than you normally would. Some of you I've actually asked for, like, give me some chest voice down there. We're doing a Brooklyn tap piece. I need some meat down there, some muscle. And so you can push that chest voice up to about an E or an F, and then your voice wants to turn over. So maybe you experienced that already. And do these exercises. You can always pause, do them really slowly, and notice where your voice turns over. Where is the placement of your voice? And that will change as you warm up. So we've got chest voice down here, rattling off the sternum. Then it moves and it mixes into your middle voice. It's called the mix, where you do most of your singing, from middle C to this C. Basically the range of Amazing Grace. It's an octave, so these 8 notes, pretty much all in the mix. Anything below middle C, more chest. Anything above this C is more head voice oriented. Experiment. Let me know what you find as you're doing some of these exercises and maybe how your voice is changing. You want to feel it forward and resonating in the mask. We call this the mask. We have resonating cavities here all over your face. You want to engage those to get your sound out. Another very good exercise is just, you don't need a piano again, you can just pick a note out of the air and go E, A, Ah. So if I'm going to go, I'll go with this. Here's an E above middle C. E, A, Ah. Now this is pretty high for me. It's an E, but for the women it's going to be right there in an easy part of your range. But use that E, A, Ah. The E and the A are forward vowels, and they will help train your Ah vowel to be more resonating and more ringing and more forward. In general, you want your voice forward. You want to utilize your throat space, as in that yawn, but you don't want to sing back there. I mean, that's all my, it's kind of buried. You don't want to bury your sound. You want your sound to come out. That's why you want to feel it on your teeth. E, E. If you were saying an E, 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 E. Now I'm going to sustain what I'm yelling or vocalizing into a tone. Singing is speech. It's loud talking, beautifully sustained. Basically is what it is. Loud talking, beautifully sustained. So if I'm going he, 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 I feel those tones right here on my teeth. My teeth and your teeth are porous and vibrating. They're literally vibrating with the sound. And I let my ah come from my A vowel, and that's nice and forward and bright and on the teeth, a nice bite to them. So another thing, bite the apple. I've said that before in choir. Let me see your teeth. Ah, 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 ah. See what it does to my sound? I'm working like crazy, but I'm only getting half the value of my effort. So, forward on the teeth, bright ringing vowels. What else? Now we're mixing. So we talked about mix. All of those notes in there, from middle C to high C, pretty much in your mix, keeping them forward, vocalizing. Let's get into that head voice. We were messing around with the head voice. We're not ready for head voice yet. Let's go back down here to that middle C. This is where altos and sopranos can all be in agreement. Nice note to sing. Let's sing this one. We'll do E, A, Ah. Remember the E, A, Ah? The E and the A are gonna train the Ah vowel to be in its happy place. What I like to call their happy places. Singing, ringing, everything you sing must ring. Looking for the ring in your voice, breathing low, breathing out. Am I supporting? 9 times out of 10, if you're having a problem here in your voice, it's because you're not supporting. Get your support engaged so that you can support your voice that wants to sing for the glory of God. Let's start here. E, nice and forward. E, snarl into it. Get a mirror. Get your mirror out there in front of you. Am I And is that the right? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's what Dr. Scott's doing. E. That's what I want to do. E. So do that right there and go. And go up a half step. Excellent. E-A-ah. It's going to go towards the head the higher you go. Let it go there. So if you're having a little trouble getting to that head voice, ooh is always the way to go. Ooh! Ooh! If I can yell it, I can sing it. Ooh! Ooh! Then change the ooh to an ah. Those are some of the tricks that you can use. Like, I can't find that note. I'm having trouble hitting that note. Go to that ooh, get it into your head voice. Ooh! 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 I'm actually yelling that pitch. Ooh! 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 And you notice the higher I go, the more my mouth has to open. You cannot hit high notes with a closed mouth. It's physically impossible, just about. And so you got to open your mouth. That will make it easier. That lowers the larynx here and opens up that throat. So we've talked about the three major things of singing. Breathing, numero uno. Number 2, throat space, opening your throat, that beginning of that yawn. Number 3, opening your mouth. What are they? Breathing. Breathing out, breathing low. That diaphragmatic breathing, opening the throat, feeling that stretch, but don't sing back there, and opening the mouth and getting your tone forward. Let's do another one. Noticing each exercise, I'm adding a couple more notes, and we're going to sustain it a little bit more because your voice is now starting to warm up. You should be able to do these with no problem. If it's a little bit difficult for you, rewind and go back and get it going again. This is E-A-ah. We're going to crescendo, get louder on this ah, and then come down. I use all of these exercises with all of my singers. It doesn't matter if they're 8 or if they're 80. All of these exercises work for them. So whether they're going to college, they're at college, or graduated from college, they all work the same. E-A-ah. Here we go. Nice forward. E, E, and go. E, A, if you can't crescendo, just go big and go loud. Go, and then come down. Keep it going. And then come down. 2, 3, and I do it in rhythm. Big sound. Keep going if you can, and you probably can. This is more soprano territory. Go big. Couple more. You got it. Work, work, work. Last one. Big sound. It's like a primal scream. Coming down now. Coming down. Voice. I know it's not the place you normally go, but you need those notes. Couple more. Last one. Yeah. Buzz it off the sternum. All right. Those are some basic exercises. I have more. But I want you to start with those. Start with those. Another one is just, as I said, you can do E-A-Ah, and you can add an E-A-Ah-O-Oo on any note. Just pick a note out of the air. I don't know what note that is, but you can do the same thing. Go up a half step. So in all of these vowels, you don't want to overclose on E-A-Ah-O-U. Those are the 5 basic Italian vowels. This is why we sing in Italian and Latin. They're great languages to sing in. They're bright, romantic languages that ring and spin. And so you don't want your voice to ever lose that ring. Remember, you must become addicted to ring. What is it? Well, I have an addiction. I want to hear about your addiction. You're addicted to ring. Ringing in your voice. Your voice ringing at all times. No straight tone, always ringing and open. If you're having trouble dropping your jaw, just put fingers through your molars. Now my jaw is open. Now if you get close to the mirror, I want you to notice to let your tongue do the work. Your tongue needs to stay forward on the back of your bottom teeth as you're doing these E-A-Ah-O-U's. And your mouth is dropped, but your tongue is moving to change the vowels. This is a huge thing I didn't learn until graduate school. So you're getting it now. I'm doing an E vowel, but my jaw is dropped because my tongue is forward. And I'm changing my lips to form those vowels. I'm not going, ooh, I'm not doing that. Ooh. My jaw's still dropped, there's space, and all my voice is ringing around in my falsetto or even in my normal voice. Want the voice to be open and ringing. Just do that all up and down. E-A-I-O-U, never losing the ring. And you'll be glad you did. That's called lining up your voice. Okay. How are we doing on time, Beth?
29 minutes and 30 seconds.
And 30 seconds. I wanted to get you out with a 30-minute video. So may God bless you and keep you. May you work hard to get your voice back so that you can do this with a smile on your face, even if it's under a mask, and you can sing with confidence for the glory of God. May God bless you and keep you. Thank you, ladies, and let me know how I can help you in any other way. I look forward to seeing you in person, provided I am allowed to do so. I'm going to work hard on that. Take care. God bless.